And so you seen the orgies, you seen the people that was the stars and the shit that they was doing. In this clique, you know, we wife swap and all this kind of shit. You can fuck my wife and stand there and watch. I have the same principles that most men have until you put in certain situations. We all start with the principles. Depends on what you're facing. So I'm not the judge. But I remember with Flip, I'm staying in Malibu, I'm out of Jersey and New York, and you know, the excitement of that. Now I'm in Malibu and it's supposed to be the shit, but you know, but I didn't understand that. I'm with a black man that owns his house in Malibu. That's unheard of shit. Flip made it clear. He said, yeah, there's other black people here. Miles Davis is down the street. He's renting. So-and-so, he's renting. I own my shit. But I still didn't get it because I'm young. You know, it's like, this is some boring shit out here on Malibu, the white people left and right, what's going on? So Flip one day looked at me and said, oh, you want to see the shit, huh? I don't know what the shit is, but I want to see something other than Malibu. And he took me to the parties. He took me to the shit to make me understand this is why I don't be around this shit. And so you seen the orgies. You seen the people that was the stars and the shit that they was doing. And the smells and the looks in their eyes. And I was, you know, in my youth, I kept a cutlass on me. And so I know I'm walking around holding my cutlasses because you've seen people in states of mind that you never experienced nothing like that. I knew people that got high, but they didn't get high and did the shit that I was seeing. And so after I was exposed to it, Flip took me around it about 4 or 5 times. And then he said to me, you see why I don't fuck with that. Because, you know, you had a group of people that painted their fingernails black. What they call Illuminati now. It was some kind of clique then, and in this clique, you know, we wife swap and all this kind of shit. You can fuck my wife and stand there and watch, and all. I seen it. I literally seen all these things, and it was like, okay. And in my youth, I wasn't afraid, but I knew I would have hurt somebody if I was approached. I would have hurt somebody.
I think about Flip, you got his famous characters, Geraldine.
Right.
Did he, as a, I'm assuming heterosexual black man, did he feel weird about putting on his dress as a woman?
I don't know, because I ain't never put on the dress, but I'm sure from his time and the black folks of that time, when you as a black man put on a dress, automatically, that's what it was. Even if you called it an act. So Flip was very aware of that. That was his pain during his entire career, wondering if his generation thought that of him. That was his personal pain. Flip died thinking that. Did they really, and he knew at one point, I had said, you know, why are these guys sharing these stories with me? And I was told, because you're going to tell it. Because nobody asked them. That question that you asked me, that never was asked of Flip. The reporters or whatever, they never asked that. Most of your black reporters back in the day, they asked the same questions that white reporters asked. So when Flip explained it to me, he said that Geraldine, one, carried him longer than his mother in terms of his livelihood. And the main reason he did Geraldine, he said, was because at that time, Geraldine could say some things as a black woman that a black man couldn't say. And that was his primary reason for doing Geraldine. When he had his show, that was showed one time, I think the last person I heard that owned the Flip Wilson shows was Magic Johnson. I don't know for sure. But Flip said that he did Geraldine to have it, to continually uphold the integrity of the black man. And I said, how so? And he said, and if you looked at his shows, which I've had a chance to do, that the who's who of white America from John Wayne on was on his show. And all of them at one point or another would hit on Geraldine. Make a pass at her, we could get with you, our history of white men and black women, all of that he revealed on his show. But you would always see Geraldine say to all of them, Killer don't play that. Well, Killer is this black man that when you fuck with me, regardless of who you are, John Wayne, Killer gonna step to your ass. And that was his theme all the time, to say that this black man would protect this black woman against all. But he didn't articulate that then. All of them was, Flip was very aware. Richard was aware. Richard gave me the words to make me understand Flip's awareness, and that was the school that he had built in Zimbabwe. And I took pictures of it. I couldn't wait for it to be in jet or ebony. And I remember saying that to Richard, and Richard said, oh no, we can't do that. And I was like, why? And he said, because if we did that, which is what a lot of these black entertainers are under now, but they won't say it. Richard said, if we did that, then they won't allow me to make the money in America. Right. Oh, you doing this in Africa? Then that would dry up. And this was Robert Mugabe sitting down with the president of Zimbabwe. And as a kid in high school, I remember writing about Robert Mugabe and Joshua Nkomo, fighting for, it was Rhodesia at that time, fighting for that liberation. So to be sitting down at the White House, so to speak, in Africa, and Richard was very aware that we can't do that because they will stop it. Well, it's the same with a lot of these black artists today, except that they won't say that. Why can't a Kevin Hart, not that he hasn't, I just don't know, and it's important to know. Why can't Kevin Hart, and if you notice, white people will always let you know, here's what the black artists are making. They never tell you what the white artists are making though. They will always make it a point because they know that self-hatred's gonna come up in you. How come he's not doing more? So Kevin Hart made 59 million this year. But why are you not getting with a LeBron who's doing this for the school by himself? LeBron can't do it by himself because that's his high school. So when you go from high school, and if everybody in LeBron's school are A students, top of the grade, where they going? They're going to white colleges that's going to work in white corporations. So you got to get to high school, you got to get to college, you have to get to corporations too. And you can't do it by yourself. You cannot. The entertainer, as Brother Gregory said, will never be the one to do it because you're the entertainer. You can finance, but you can't do it because your whole focus, your whole energy, your understanding is entertaining.
Did you enjoy this clip? Well, you can watch the full interview right now at hypersclub.com.